So I'm with Corey. CMF, I was going to call you CMFT, but now we're going CMF2.
Right.
One of my favorite people to talk to, just always such a fun hang and a fun chat. And welcome. And you're coming to Jersey in person, and we cannot wait for our Wellmont Theater show on September the 12th. Actually, it's a WDHA Presents. I think this one is going to sell out far in advance.
You think so? I mean, I'm hoping. I
I
mean,
do.
Jersey's never let me down, so I'm
Now we
pretty
love you.
stoked about it.
Yeah, we love you.
I
I've been
love
giving
it.
away
Love
tickets
it.
all week on the show. Everybody's like, I love Corey. I had somebody from New York calling me today. She's like, I love him. He's my favorite. I haven't seen him yet solo. Last time I saw Stone Sour, I believe, was Wellmont, sold out show.
Yeah.
In This Moment was the opener. And that was
Right.
just an incredible electric night in New Jersey. So we're looking forward to having yet another one. In September, of course, we get the new record.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. 3 days after the show, actually, which is
Yep.
rad. So
3 days
I'm really
after.
stoked. The band is stoked. I mean, we're really excited about the tour and everything. And yeah, man, I mean, all of the buzz about the album is it's just very gratifying, man. It's going to be really cool.
I'm going to start with the single, and then I had people asked to be part of this, because I always say, I'm going to talk to
Okay.
Corey. Oh, can we talk about this? Can we talk about that? And I came up with 3 words that always kept coming up about you. But first I want to talk about Beyond, which is the single.
Okay.
Very interesting, because this is a song you've had for a while. And when I say a while, I'm not talking like 2 years. I'm talking like more
Right.
than 15 years.
Yeah.
So, I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
refining a song and then deciding to let it, how do you decide, like, this is the time to let this song go?
Well, it's one of those songs that's been in my periphery for a long time. It was a song that I actually tried to work with Stone Sour on, and the guys in the band at the time, they weren't digging it. They just weren't into it, and I was just like, you know what, whatever. And I kind of put it on the stockpile and I let it sit for a while. And then when it came back around to working on CMF2, it was a song that I knew there was potential there, but I needed to kind of start from scratch. So I rewrote the lyrics. I rebuilt a lot of the riffs and whatnot. I kept the stuff that I really liked, and I kind of jettisoned a lot of the stuff that just kind of felt like fat on the meat. So I really tried to trim as much as I could, get it to its point, and make it feel exciting. So and once I did that, man, it took off like crazy. Like everybody in my solo band, the Morning Dudes, they all really got into it, and were so stoked to be able to kind of work on the music and really take it even further than we thought of. That once we heard it back, we were like, this is going to be special, man.
Yeah, I loved this song when I first heard it. Your label played it for me via Zoom. That's what people do now. And I was like, man, this is so cool. And then
Right.
I saw the video, and the
Right.
video is incredible. Now, I had Billy Corgan on this feature last week, the one that we're doing right now, Reconnect with Rockers.
Okay.
And we talked about concept records, because I'm a concept record fan. Why I don't think everybody should make them, and Billy's, he's the king of the concept records, because we're probably all in the same type of age bracket where we came from Bowie and Rush. I'm a Rush geek, and we came from those kinds of records, Maiden, The Wall. So when I first heard a few tracks from this record, and I haven't heard the whole thing, but I almost started thinking that. Then I saw the video and I was like, I wonder if this is conceptual in nature, because it seems to be a lot of storytelling, journey taking, character driven, and it seems to sort of take you on that ride.
Right. No, it's not.
Okay.
Not that I'm averse to it, because obviously we did the Golden Bones albums were all conceptual.
Yep.
And that one was just a lot of fun, but it was so much work as well. And my problem is that I have a hard time telling a short story musically. Like I need 2 albums, and I don't want to burn people out. Go, oh Christ, he's releasing another double goddamn album. What is wrong with this guy? So I mean, it's for this album, man. Maybe it's because everything kind of feels connected on it. Like the songs all really have the same kind of energy. But there's also just a lot of soul in it, man. To me, this album is 3 times better than the first one, and really takes people to a lot of places that the first album didn't get to go. So to me, maybe that's that's part of it that kind of lends itself to that, is the fact that there's a real journey on this. And it's not exactly a straight path, but it definitely kind of has offshoots that will take you into places that if you want to go there.
You seem to be really coming into your own too as a songwriter. There's a lot of songwriting going on. Songwriting seems to be something now that for you almost seems to be the focal point of everything. At first it was live performance, and then it was, there were a lot of elements, of course, to you as an artist, but I think songwriting now is like a front and center kind of thing for you. And there's a lot of flavors and textures on this. There's stuff that sounds kind of country, and there's stuff that's really punkish. And there's just a lot going on. So talk to me about your evolution as a songwriter, and is it front and center for you? Because it appears to be.
I mean, it's definitely a priority, like it's definitely been the thing that has given me the most joy in life. I mean, live performances can go either way. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's, oh God, like you just never know sometimes. But with songwriting, man, and maybe it's because you can start it and you can leave and come back to it, like because for me, I never just sit down and write a song. It's just something that kind of percolates for a while, and I start kind of putting pieces together in my own head, and then I sit down and I work on it. Once I've kind of wrapped my head around where I want it to go, then that's when I kind of come down and make it tangible and make it, really physical, and structure it and get it to a point where now I can listen to it and decide whether or not that's the final length, the arrangement, or that's when I, get the scissors out and start trimming it up. It's something that, it's always been in my heart, and it's always been there. I've just never, maybe it wasn't until I, started the CMFT thing that I really was able to concentrate on it and hone it in, because obviously I was the main songwriter for Stone Sour. I'm one of the main songwriters for Slipknot, but there's always been people in the band contributing. There's always been people in both those bands that would come in with stuff that I would have to come in and go, okay, you know what, we're gonna double this. I would work on arrangements and stuff like that, and then I'd write the lyrics, but I didn't write the core of the song. And with this project, I am writing the core of pretty much 99% of everything, with the exception of a couple things that me and Tooch have written together as a and he's one of my real key songwriting partners.
Yeah, he's great. Christian's great. He is
amazing.
You guys have that amazing cohesive unit. Well, what are you like in the studio? What are you like with your producer? What are you like? What is it like to work with Corey, solo in the studio? Is it one of those things it's all day and all night? Is it, moments of inspiration? I mean, is it, do you want people to be in your face, about everything? What do you like?
I mean, to me, it's very collaborative, to the point where, I like, what I like is when guys come in and they've got a great idea for what they want to do. And then we kind of play it together, and then I let them go. I go, you know what, that works. Maybe not this, but let's try that. Or it just all works. To me, I want it all to be positive. Like I'm not a gnarly dude in the studio. My whole goal is to write. My whole goal is to make something that people can look back on and go, man, that was incredible. And I know from past experience that you don't always need tension for that. Sometimes tension can hinder art instead of create art. It has its place, but for me, especially with this band, man, we have such a great time, not only just playing together, but hanging out, that, we know that, together we can get there. So I'm not a slave driver. I don't crack the whip so much. I let things happen naturally. And if there's something that I'm not hearing then we go back and we figure it out, or I add it as ear candy, or I play it myself, you know. I'm pretty easy when it comes to that stuff, you know, and we just love to have a good time doing it.
Yeah, it translates into live performance too, if anybody has seen
Right.
your solo band. So here are a couple of the words that came up when listeners were hitting me up with that were big fans of yours. Fearless, relatable, and inspired for your songwriting. Those are three pretty cool words.
Yeah.
Fearless, we know look, you're the guy that's like, listen, I don't really give a crap. This is what I'm doing now. This is who I am now. This is what I wrote now, and this is what we're doing now. So that we already know. I thought inspired and relatable were really cool. I mean, it's always nice to be
Yeah.
relatable to what's going on in people's lives.
Right. Yeah, I love hearing that. That's very cool. I mean, I've never tried, and maybe it's because I've never tried to be somebody I'm not, you know, like I know a lot of people in this business who, when the cameras are off, they're completely different, you know, like they put on a whole persona and they just try to, you know, be somebody that they think people want them to be. And
you've
I
had
just,
that though with your fans. You've had fans who
right,
wanted you to only be one person. And
right,
and you've dealt with a lot with that because they were like, this is my guy. And then all of a sudden, if you're going over in this direction, people are like, no, no, you can't, you
right,
can't. And
right.
that's a tough cross to bear, man. That's not an easy cross to bear.
You know, man, it's nuts. It only is if that's something that it's important to you, you know, because I mean, since day one, I've told people it's like the whole reason that I do this is because I love music. Now, that may not mean that you love all the music I make, but it also means that you're going to get what I want to play, what I want to make, and what I want you to hear, you know? So when you start from that standpoint, it allows you to kind of set the tone for everybody. It allows you to keep your feet grounded where you're not chasing listeners. You're providing stuff to listen to, but you're not chasing the audience. You're not trying to cater to them. You're not trying to give them something that, you know, you think that will make them like you.
It takes
You
a
either
lot of
like,
balls to expand the fan base. You know, when you're
exactly.
expanding the fan base and you have different people who like you for this and different people who love you for Slipknot and different people who love you.
Right.
Look, was it last summer? I'm terrible with dates. Like since COVID, I don't even know what year it is anymore. I just remember experiences. I don't know years.
Right.
I remember we talked when CMFT came out and I was like, was that 3 years ago? No, it was a year and a half. Like I have no concept of time anymore. But I
Right.
remember, I'm going to throw a name out to you, Phil Queso. So Phil
Right.
sends me on the dark side. He sends it to my
Right.
inbox and he's like, Terrie, it's Friday. I just got this from this is next Corey. It's a Corey tune from CMFB, the B-sides collection. He's like, this is so Jersey for a Friday. He's like, are you going to put it on the air? So we're live on local radio station. I'm there. We're not voice tracked. We don't have any of that. So it's like 11:30 in the morning. I go, yeah, I'm going to kick off the All Request lunch hour with it. So I jump on. Oh, look at your dog. Shit. I love your dog.
No,
So anyway, so I jump on
it's,
the air and
yeah.
I play it. We had such amazing reaction in New Jersey to that song that I said to Phil, is it a single? And he's like, well, not necessarily. I said, screw it. We're adding it this week. I'm adding it. We're going to add it on Tuesday. It's an ad because our listeners loved it so much. So
Right.
for you to, come out with like a John Cafferty and the Beaver, and I had people like, you got to ask Corey if he's going to play this in Jersey because we got to hear that song in Jersey. Like, you just are releasing stuff that you love. I mean, I love your covers are the best. Eddie Money, Shakin', one of my favorites. Lunatic Fringe. First of all, one of my favorite 80s songs. We still play it. There's something about the guitar riff, but what you did in scaling that song down, on the B-sides collection was just so incredible and awesome. So it's inspiring music is my point, and it's music that touches people and what people love, and I think I played it last weekend going into the weekend, because it's just it's just a fun tune. These are fun, great, amazing tunes.
Right.
So when you're putting together covers, is it just things that have inspired you over the years, songs you love to play live?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of that, it's songs that I love to play live or even just listen to.
On the
And
dark side,
fans.
though, I mean, did you listen
Yeah.
to that growing up? Was that
Yeah.
just one of those songs that you were just like, this is a party friggin' anthem?
It's a great song, man. I mean, I remember when that came out in '83, that movie, the Eddie and the Cruisers movie, I remember seeing that on TV and being like, man, this song is really, really good, and then obviously over the years, that song is so catchy and simple. It's only on it, like, people don't realize that it's the same verse and chorus just repeated, like there's no deviation from it. So it's easy to pick up. The chords are easy to play. And it's just one of those ones that I was able to learn early on when I was younger, and it was just a song that stuck with me over the years. And when it was Tooch's idea to play it and to record it, and as soon as he said it, yeah, well, because he's from Philly, Jersey,
Yeah, he's
so
got that Philly connection. That's right. That's
exactly.
right. He's from Philly.
So when he said that, I mean, he hadn't even gotten John Cafferty out, and I was saying yes,
Yeah,
100%.
And you put the little mixes, ROCK in the USA, and you put, it was just so brilliant the way that it was done, and it's just such an amazing feel-good song. So yeah, I've had people that are like, just ask him to play it when he's in Jersey. I'm like, I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up.
Now that I know how important it is, I will 100% make sure that we do it there, because I know
that's
people
amazing.
love it. Oh yeah, because
amazing.
I mean, well, it's one of our favorites to play live too.
Yeah,
like, we love
people
that.
in Jersey will love it. We will absolutely go crazy. We're gonna be out at the show, broadcasting live pre-show. I cannot wait to see your face. Me and you have been on friggin' Zooms for 3 years now, so I can't wait to actually see your face in person and go touch the tattoo. Where I'm just like, are you really here? Point.
Right.
So yeah, so we're super, super excited to have you at the Wellmont on Tuesday, the 12th of September. Record comes out on the 15th. And my CMF too. I am always so happy to see you. And I love that you got your doggy in the Zoom too. I was hoping mine behaved while we were doing our Zoom. Love that you've got little smusher face there. And congratulations on what is just a great single. Beyond. It's like this crazy, passionate love song, but the video is, a whole other thing, that people have a whole other world. It's literally a world and beyond. And I'm always stoked to talk to you. It's always such a great, natural, fun conversation. So Corey, thank you so much for taking some time with me today.
Very welcome. I'll talk to you. I'll see you when we get over to the coast.
I'll see you in Jersey, baby. Stop by the broadcast booth and say hi to us. I'd love to say hi to you in person.
All right, we'll do that. Absolutely.
DHA's Reconnect with Rockers is powered by Dover Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on Route 46 in Rockaway.